Hey Life Group leaders, welcome to day 2's video for Student Life Camp's Take Heart Bible study content. So yesterday we talked about how past promises give us future confidence in God. Today our daily theme is stronghold in weakness. That in our weaknesses we have a stronghold in Jesus. And so our main point, what we really want students to walk away learning, if they hold on to anything, it's this main point, is that we take heart in our weaknesses because God is our strength. And I don't know about you, I have a lot of weaknesses, I have a lot of areas I fail in, a lot of insecurities, but man, what a great truth it is that we get to take heart and hold on to Jesus and who he is. So as we begin this lesson, we'll kick off with another icebreaker. This one is titled Fears and Phobias. And so we'll play it real briefly in the video. And what this icebreaker is hoping to do is to talk about fears, talk about phobias, talk about the weaknesses that we may have. And so there are going to be a list of fears or phobias, and you'll read those off, and then you're going to have your students decide, okay, is it this definition or is it this definition? So let's play real quick. So the first one we'll do, it is the phobia of Phobia. I don't know how to pronounce it. Hopefully you can read it a little bit better than I can, but just go with it. Have some fun. Man, maybe it'll break the ice quite literally with your students laughing with a bad pronunciation of a confusing word. But is this phobia the fear of going to school or of going to the grocery store? So some of your students may have dealt with this year. A lot of them may not have. But Phobia is the fear of going to school. So the second phobia, Nomophobia, is it the fear of being without a home or the fear of being without a phone? So I think all of us, even especially our teenagers, deal with this phobia. It is the fear of being without a phone. That, man, if we don't have our phone in our pocket, there's a big fear. Where is it? And then our last one that we'll do in this time together is Bogophobia. Is it the fear of the boogeyman or is it fear of bogs, swamps, and wetlands? What do you think? It's the fear of the boogeyman. So hopefully as you play this, you'll have some laughs, that you'll mispronounce the names of them, and that's totally okay because I think that's going to make it a lot more fun for you and your students. And so model that, have some fun with this. But basically, what's the point of playing this icebreaker? It's because we want students to know and to feel comfortable with this truth that we all have fears, we all have phobias, we all have insecurities, we all have weaknesses that hold us back. Moses was no exception, as we'll talk about, but we get to hold on to God in these fears, in these insecurities, in these weaknesses. After all, our daily theme, again, is stronghold in weakness. And so we'll be looking at Moses when God is sending him to Egypt to go tell Pharaoh to let my people go. And our focus verse is Exodus 4:12, which says, "Now go, I will help you speak, and I will teach you what to say." So this focus verse is God telling Moses, I don't care where you feel like you're weak or insecure, I have you. I'm going to give you the strength to do what I call you to do. And so as we walk through these discussion questions, talking about Moses and this story where Moses is just like, God, I'm not your guy. I'm not good enough. I'm not gifted enough to go talk to Pharaoh and get your people to be released from captivity. We'll see hopefully a few things. And one of them is that when we focus on our past and insecurities, we will doubt if we can really be used by God. Moses, if you remember, in his story, in his life, before he runs away from Egypt, he kills an Egyptian. He has a speech impediment. He can't talk very well, and so he's like, God, I can't be used. And so while we are focusing on our past and on our insecurities, we're never going to believe that God can use us. But God can. And we want students to begin seeing that no matter who we are, where we feel like we're weak, God can use us. And then we'll also see that instead of focusing on ourselves, the more we see and learn about the character of God, the more we can fully trust him. So the more that we see who God is, that he loves us, that he cares about us, that he's not just some distant being, but he's someone who equips us and gifts us and is with us wherever we go, we'll be able to trust him to whatever he calls us to do. And then ultimately, Jesus is our ultimate stronghold. Man, if there's anything we want students to see, no matter who we are, no matter what's going on, Jesus is someone we can hold on to. He's that stronghold to stand on, a firm foundation for us to stand on. That Jesus is our ultimate stronghold. He defeated sin and death so we could have life. That our ultimate weakness is our sin. That it has separated us from God, but through Jesus' life, death, and resurrection, and him offering us this gift of grace and newness of life, man, that's how we have life. So it is, Jesus is our ultimate stronghold. He defeated sin and death so we could have life. And then as we turn the corner to application, turning head knowledge into heart belief and living out with our lives, we see that our live it out is, even when I don't feel confident in myself, I'll be confident in the God who created me and promises to be with me. So again, we choose to trust and have confidence that God who created us is the one who promises to equip us and to be with us. That no matter what our weaknesses, no matter what our sins or insecurities are, that we rest in who God is. And that's what gives us strength to move forward. So again, our main point is we take heart in our weaknesses because God is our strength. Man, let's hope students find out today that we can rest in Jesus, that our weaknesses are okay, and that ultimately, man, he is strength for us. Hey, have fun with this day. See you guys.